Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe. Drink of the day is a peach iced tea. Can't see it very well. And OP13 is finally here. And Imu is finally here. This deck honestly just feels insanely broken. It just does everything, man. You get blockers, you get rushers, you get insane pressure, you get search, you get so much card draw. Your hand is always about 52 cards by the end of the game. It's nuts. So, already in Japan, we've seen a few interesting cards come into this list. I will go over the full strategy. If you're interested in what techs I'm playing Stussy, Rebecca, and then a couple of the event. So if you want to skip to the gameplay, timestamps are in the description. So the Imu deck is basically a combo deck, and you can kind of think of it a little bit like Reiju. It's not got the same thing with the little guys turning into bigger guys, but it's got the same thing in its own version of Judge. So Imu, under the rules of the game, you cannot include events with a cost of 2 or more in your deck. Then at the start, you can search your deck for any Marie-Joise type stage and just play it. So we play 2. The first one we play is the Empty Throne. Your turn, if you have 19 cards in trash, your leader gets an extra 1,000 power. This is mostly just flavor text. It does come up, don't get me wrong, but extra 1,000 power, not breaking the game. But the second effect is breaking the game. Activate main, you can rest this stage and 3 Don. Play 1 black 5 Elders type character with a cost equal to or less than the number of Don that you control on your field from your hand. So this is somewhat similar to Shirahoshi's leader effect, letting you play out an oversized guy for 3 Don, which means that when you're playing on curve, you're going to have a certain amount of extra Don, be that 1 Don or more, that you can use for extra aggressive pressure or for counter and searches. And we also have 1 Marie-Joise, the old one. This reduces your Celestial Dragon type character's costs by 1. This is a mirror tech, because this card here that we'll cover at the end KOs exactly a 7 cost stage. So in mirror, you can't play this. But in every other matchup, you want to play this. So we play 1 stage, you can always just filter it out. You've got so much filter with this deck. And then going back to the leader, Imu's second effect is you can trash 1 card from your hand or 1 Celestial Dragon type character from your board and draw a card. This is obviously very reminiscent of the old Sakazuki leader, but with the added option of removing your own dudes to get filter. This is very important for a combo at the end of the game to just get extra draws, but at a baseline, this just increases your consistency throughout the game and just gives you more options. So that's just the leader effect. The stage feels kind of like an extension of your leader. It feels like you've got about 3 different things that your leader does. It plays the stage, then the stage gives you 1,000 power sometimes, the stage lets you play guys, Imu lets you draw cycle cards. It's crazy. So what are we playing towards? Well, we've got this new Celestial Dragons type package, and it's all based around this card. This card is bonkers. 10, 12, 5 Elders, and Celestial Dragons types. Activate main, if your leader is Imu, you can rest 1 Don and trash 1 card from your hand. Trash all of your characters, including this one. Then you play 5 Elders type characters with different names and 5,000 power from your trash. So this, yes, it's a 10, 12 that you can cheat out for 3. But its effect makes it far better than just playing a vanilla. When you play this guy, you're going to immediately, you're going to immediately activate their effect to summon the whole goon squad. So, what goons do we have in this deck? Let's start off with St. Jacobs the Assassin. He's pretty simple. 4/5/1k, 5 Elders, Celestial Dragons. All of these next 5 cards are 5 Elders and Celestial Dragons. And they all also have this, static effect. If you have 7 or more cards in your trash, this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's effect. This just gives you like a 100-0 matchup immediately into, I don't know, like a Sakazuki deck. They just can't remove anything, so their deck doesn't do anything. Also into some decks like Buggy, who are very much based around the 10-12. Like, sure, you can play the 10-12. It's not going to remove anything. So you're just playing vanillas. This really warps the format in a way that removal is just not viable, because you can't beat Imu with removal. Saturn's actual effect is just a top 5 search for 5 Elders, which searches all of your guys, a lot of your events, and your boss monster, of course. Next up, we've got Walkyrie. He's a 4/5/1k, gains blocker, as well as the unremovable effect if you have 7 or more in trash. And on KO, draws a card. This guy blocks a hit, goes hand neutral. You can play him out, obviously, for just 3 Don with this one, as soon as you 4 Don turn. Basically, you want to see one of these on your 4 Don turn, so that you can just establish something. I usually like Saturn, because he gets the card back immediately, and then you can start swanging with him. But Walkyrie is a very suitable replacement on 4 Don if you don't see Saturn. We also have a second blocker, same effect, gains blocker if you have 7 or more in trash, and don't be misconstrued, you're going to have 7 or more in trash, just always with this deck. And then on play, you can trash one from your hand, KO a character with a base cost of 5. So obviously on curve, you can drop this on 6 for 3 Don, remember, and then you get a blocker, you get to remove whatever your opponent did on 5, be that like a Sanji pudding, even if they buffed it with the boat. Who cares? Because you hit base cost. This is one of the more overtuned cards in the deck for sure. And being 6 costs means that it dodges a lot of common rest. Things like Usahachi can't rest this blocker, for example. Next up, we've got Rush, because Black, not really known for its Rush, but Imu gets Rush, why not? This is St. Ethan Baron v Nosturo, 651k. If you have 7 or more cards in trash, it gains Rush, as well as the unremovable effect. And then when attacking, if you have 10 or more in trash, that's 10, not 7. You have to remember that. You get to give something minus 2000 for the turn when you attack. Because this deck needed power down, obviously. Why not? Just give it everything. Give it power down. This is very useful for when you're attacking with this. You can reduce your opponent's blockers to reduce their efficacy. You can reduce the power of your opponent's characters and then attack into them with multiple units to have a greater chance of removing them in the early game. Because the early game is when this deck struggles the most. But Ethan Baron gives you just like a really good card into aggressive decks, especially into rush decks, to remove their field whilst developing your own. And the final member of the 5 Elders is, of course, St. Shepherd Jew Peter, 7/5, 2k, and then it has the same unremovable effect. And your turn, if you have 10 or more in your trash, your 5 Elders type character's base power is 7,000 instead of 5,000. So at a very baseline, if you have this guy on 4, then maybe you play Venosturo or Marcus Mars on 6. Then on 8, you play out Jupiter for 3 Don, remember. It only costs 3 when you play it with the stage. Your Mars, if he's still around, will become 7,000. Your Saturn will become 7,000, as long as you've got 10 in trash, but believe me, it's not a concern. This just gives you just a ridiculous amount of aggression, and when you summon the Goon Squad with the 10 cost, you get 5 7,000 power units, one of which has Rush, 2 of which are blockers, 1 which can do removal, and you get a top 5 search. It's just utterly bonkers, man. This combo is just ridiculous. If you haven't seen the gameplay with this deck, just wait till you see the 10 cost, man. It's just, how does your opponent deal with this? It's so obnoxious. One small tip is that when you play out your 10-12, if you already have a Celestial Dragon on the board, say, for example, I don't know, you've got a Jupiter that hung around from the last turn. After you've attacked with him, make sure you use Imu's leader effect to trash one of your characters that's still on the board. Effectively, you go +1 from that interaction because your 10 cost was going to trash them anyway. So just remember to do that and not use Imu's leader effect for filter from hand. If you're going to 10-12, get rid of something that's already on your board before you 10-12. Anyway, moving on. How are we going to support this deck? Well, we need a lot of searchers, and they've given us 2, why not? You got this one, it's an event searcher, top 3 search for Celestial Dragons, trash the rest. Has a trigger, because why not? And this will fill your trash by 3 immediately, combined with your leader effect, that's 4. If you draw 2 searchers at the start of the game, we'll buy you a second turn, you're already at 7 in trash. So they're unremovable immediately. You can see how quickly this can get going with the anti-removal. And we also have Saint Shalria. She's a 1/0, top 3 search for Celestial Dragons, trash the rest, and then you have to trash 1 card from your hand. This is because Imu can then trash Shalria to draw 1. So you still go hand neutral, but it's a little bit finicky. But you get the extra cycle. It's a really good card. Both this and the 5 Elders are some of the cards I like to mulligan for the most. At least at this point, while I'm fairly new with the deck. Just getting the search is guaranteed to get towards your anti-removal and just getting towards seeing all 5. So when you play the 10 cost, you have them all in trash and you can summon them all. I've not whiffed this on 10 or having the whole Goon Squad in the trash just yet. But I imagine it's definitely possible. In terms of other characters, I've got 2 Rebeccas. This can grab back some of your guys if you might need them in a pinch. And it's a blocker. Got 2 Stussies. This is really good for removing mainly 9-cost Zorro. That card's a bit of a menace. We can answer it, believe me. It's not just an auto loss, but 9-cost Zorro is a menace. So if you can see the Stussi, that's great. Also in Mirror, if your opponent dares on like their 9-Don turn if you go second, to just play out the 10-12, I mean, you can play the Stussy and get rid of the 10-12, and then that's one less 10-12 that they've got. So you effectively get one extra guy by playing the Stussy. It's not come up all that much, but I have seen a lot of Japanese players starting to play this very recently, so I think it's likely to be a good tech in the deck. Also got 4 of the Bartolomeo. He's literally just a 2k that's a blocker. You can play him out early to block some swings in if your opponent's playing very aggressively. He's fine. And I've got 2 of the Mioscard. This guy's effect is trash, but he's a Celestial Dragon's searchable 2k. And lastly, in terms of events, I promised you would cover them. Never existed. In the mirror, you can pay 2 to remove the empty throne, but your opponent's not going to play the empty throne, so this basically just reads, your opponent cannot play the empty throne, else they may lose. But this is also just a 4k counter for no goddamn reason for 1 Don. What a time to be alive. And secondly, we've got 2 of the world's equilibrium cannot be maintained forever. Previously, I had barrier. Been trying this out. Being searchable is nice. You could swap this for barrier if you want the extra 1k. The main effect is quite good into red-black Sabo, because you can just rest 6 and blow up the 6-cost Sabo. Sabo beating you is very, very reliant on seeing a very strict curve. They've got to see 6-cost Sabo. They really want to see Black Dragon after that. And then they want to just see Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red Dragon. So if you can blow up that Sabo, it really sort of gimps their game plan, because they're not going to have that first guy and that blocker, which is really, really good. Oh, one last thing with this deck. Into pretty much every matchup that I've played so far, I like second. Simply because we're just trying to stall until we get to this ridiculous 10 drop. And obviously playing this on evens comes 1 turn earlier than if you were to play it on odds. But also we just have a really nice curve. Going like Saturn on 3, into Mars on 6, into either Jupiter plus Saturn or Mercury on 8. It's just really, really good. And then of course you can drop your 10 drop on 10. So I do very much prefer second with Imu. So that's the Imu deck breakdown. This deck feels utterly bonkers. You kind of have to see it to believe it. Hope you enjoy these games with Imu. Gonna give him to Sabo. He's taking second. We'll take our stage. Got a Searcher. I don't hate this. We've got the event. This is obviously good for removing 6 for Sabo. Let's give it a go. See how this goes. We'll go with the Saint Sharia. Probably want to have Saturn the most. Yeah, we'll just take Saturn there. Ditching. I like all of these cards. I do. I do. I think it's probably the Venus Juro. And then we'll use Imu's effect to get rid of Sharia. Cool. Play that next turn. Your turn. So next time we're probably just going to be swinging. Well, we'll do our events first, because you never know. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. Do we want to trash Mercury? I don't hate it. I think it's a. Although if we draw Sharia, I obviously want to trash her. So let's do this first. I'll take a World's Equilibrium here. We didn't trash that. Yeah, I'll take a World's Equilibrium. Then we'll trash Mercury. Shot Rebecca. We'll go 7. 8 in trash already. See what I mean? Like, you just get the cards in trash every single time. It's nuts. Hack comes down, but he can't remove anything, so literally who cares? We'll go this, play out Mr. Saturn. Who do we want here? Don't really want Mr. Mars, because he's just going to drop the 6-cost Sabo next turn. We're probably doing this. Could you take the Searcher event? I think that's fine. Yeah, it's like swinging 6 into 4 is already pretty good. I mean, he can block in 2k, I guess. Have we trashed yet? No. I don't know what I want to trash here. I really don't. I think I'm going to trash Rebecca. Okay, that's a lot of events. If we play this, I might grab this. If he doesn't, he's going to have the Sabo. He's going to have the Sabo is the problem. Stussy could actually be quite nice if we drop the Sharia here soon. So I'm going to take the Sharia. We'll go 5. Gonna going to take. So his leader effect is offline now. And I'm going to go with this. We'll take probably the never existed here. And then trash the searcher event, because I think we've got enough. And then end the turn. So yeah, 7 Don, I'm looking to do the World's Equilibrium to remove this Sabo. This is no doubt going to play. Yep. 7 to 5, absolutely. Is this going to attack? This doesn't attack. That's interesting. I don't think that's correct. I'm actually going to leave my Shalria on the board because I want her there for if we want to play Stussy on 9 to remove. Maybe this will be a dragon, although I guess dragon doesn't have anything to resummon, so there's that. So anyway, let's keep it simple. We'll go with the World's Equilibrium. Use the card action, get rid of that. Very nice. This is at 6 because this guy is still an 8 cost. Okay. So let's just trash the crappy stage. Go to that. And then do I want to swing 6? Probably should. I don't think we need the event right now. So yeah, let's just apply just a touch of pressure. I don't think he would ever block and blow up Shalria. If he does, that's a very smart play, but I just don't think he would. Yeah, it gives us 2k, that's fine. So he's got 2 in trash, still can't dragon. Can do that dragon, that's fine. We're going to Stussy this dragon. 8 to 5. Maybe I should have left the Don up, huh? Maybe I should have left the Don up. Probably should have left the Don up, just not swung. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, we're taking both of those. Going pretty low. Pretty scary, actually. If he has another dragon, we might be in a spot. I'm actually just going to trash this Saturn to draw a card. That's not helpful. Oh, we went to 19. I didn't realise. I could have got an extra card out of him there. I just had it in my head that I didn't realise that extra 1 was going to be what took us to 19 there. Oh god, another dragon. Okay, this is not great. This isn't great at all. What's this do? Okay. Well, we can counter out of this pretty easy. Yeah, he can trash this if we remove one of his characters. We're taking the 10. Is he just not attacking this hack? I feel this hack should be attacking, I can't lie. It is what it is, but yeah, I do feel this hack should be attacking. Yeah, so all Mars can blow up is this. I mean, but we just leave like a billion Dons open this turn, right? And he can't really do anything. So just go with 9 to 6. And then, how many have we got? We've got 22 with this. No, we're going to have way enough. We'll do this, play out the 5 Elders. 5 Elders effect, trashing one of the Saturns. Grab the Goon Squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's missing? You are, sir. We'll go with our search. Grabbing. We should probably take the 5 cost. Sorry, the 10 cost. We could probably get there with 2, though. I've got so many events, though. Let's just take the 10 cost. It's fine. Do I want to trash one to blow up this Ivankov? Not really. Just say no. And then this is at 10. So we go 8 to 8, and then 8 to 8, or we can just go into 6. We're best off just going into the 6, honestly. We'll reduce him, though, for a laugh. Because we are applying good pressure here. Got 2 swings. Haven't used this yet. We'll trash the Nostura, I guess. G. Peter? Sure. And I'll go out again. Just demanding 2 cards. Does give us 2, sure. Pass it over. We've got 2 blockers still. We are at 0 life. It's a little scary. If he plays Roger, We might get rogered, but we'll have to see about that. You don't usually see Roger in Sabo, but that could be a pretty interesting tech, you know? Potentially that turn earlier where I chose to attack and not leave one Don open might be coming back to bite us in the arse. So this is 7, this is 6, this is at 6 currently. His swings aren't great. Swings really aren't great. 6 is terrible. No blocker, we'll give Barto here. I suppose Jupiter's simply worse, right? Yeah, we'll give Jupiter. Not this is 7. We'll go no blocker. The world's equilibrium. And this is 7, 10, 10. We just counter out all of them. so ridiculous. Yeah, we'll go no blocker. Never existed. Block. And block. So silly. Like, that cost us, what, 2 cards there to get out of all of those swings. Insane. Insane. We can also probably just... We can pressure life. We can pressure life pretty nicely. I'm going to start with 7. If he's going to take the 7, then we'll go 8. Well, this is lethal then. Unless this was his trigger do. KO the character. That failed for multiple reasons. Yeah, not even close. Even if he left one up for the waxing fist, yeah, he just had no counter. Hey, we don't even need more than 1 5 elders, I guess, in this matchup. Yeah, that event was very, very clutch. Getting rid of this card is really important. Because this card's nuts. Just being that 8k blocker buys Sabo so many resources, as well as, of course, the free Don every turn. Yeah, getting rid of that with the event felt good. Maybe we should play more events. Hey, but either way, we'll play to our opponent. Let's move on. Gonna go into Ace. I'm gonna take second. We'll play out our stage. That's not too bad. We've got 1 Searcher event. We don't have anything to do on 4. But we will have quite a few draws by then. We can probably keep. As long as we find something to do on 4, this hand's not too bad. I like seeing the 10 cost. Guaranteed. Because you always should, but like, the small chance of whiffing the 10 cost feels very bad. Okay, that's perfect. We'll start with the trashing. Just trash the 2k, I think. Or we could trash it never existed. I'd rather trash the 2k. Ah, well, there's Shalria. Odds of him blowing this up on 3, very, very low. Let's just go with her. Jupiter or Mars. I think we're just trashing them both anyway. Because I don't want to trash anything else. I guess should have maybe done the event first. But it is what it is. Yeah, we'll just take... Mars is okay. Maybe Trasher never existed, save the Mars. Yeah, I kind of like the Mars. And we'll do this. Take Venus Duro. And then pass it out. Next turn, we're going to swing 6. Destroy Shalria. Play out the Saturn. Get the search. Get stuff going. He's got a Yamato. We're definitely going to take that 8 on 5. No trigger. Another 10 cost. What did he take off the first one? He drew a... Was it a 10 beard? Yeah, the new big blocker 10 beard. Really good stuff. Really good card, that. So let's... First, we'll just get rid of her. Draw a card. And we'll go 6 here. And then do the stage effect. Play out St. Jago Sea Saturn. Get him cooking. Get him cooking. We do have a few more cards in my hand than I would like, but it is what it is, right? If he puddings, I guess he puddings. Who do we need here? We've got Jupiter. We've got Saturn on the board. Walkyrie, Mars, Venus Duro. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's all of them. So I guess we can just take another Saturn. Extra Saturns are always pretty good. And then I'll pass it up. Pass it up. So yeah, next time we're probably just playing one guy. Want to put at least 1 Don on Saturn, at least 1 Don on Leader so that we can swing 6. Go to the Yamato. Good stuff. 7 to 5. I don't love taking this. Because we do open ourselves to get puddinged. So I think I will counter. Do we have the 2? We don't have a 2k, actually. Maybe I won't counter. Yeah, maybe I won't counter. Pudding's not real. She can't hurt us. Right? That's the plan anyway. Ah, dear. Okay. Well, we're going to Mars blow this up for sure. So let's go 6 with Saturn. And then we'll go 6 with Leader. Play out Mars, blow up Yamato. I don't really want to destroy my Saturn. I'd quite like him to attack into it. So we'll probably trash from hand. We'll trash the second Mars, I think, from hand. I very much doubt he's going to play a 5-cost next turn. Very much doubt. So we'll go 6 again. 6 on 6. Keep just getting cards. Don't want him to be too healthy. He does have a lot of cards here, though. We'll do this. Play out Mr. Mars. What are we going to ditch? Stussy's probably pretty useful this matchup. We'll ditch the... I guess we can ditch the Mars now. What are we doing next turn on 8? He's going to probably play Yamato next turn. So Venus Juro is pretty good into that. Regardless, let's get rid of Mars, get rid of him. And then we'll trash... Yeah, Venus Juro is probably good. We could drop one of these. If I do want to drop one, which is it? Probably War Curie. Just to get the blocker. So... I'll ditch the Saturn. Okay, cool. We've got one blocker. We've got our event. Next turn... Yeah, I think it's likely for him to play out the 6-cost Yamato, the one from EB2. The Rush one. And then we'll answer with Venus Juro. Potentially try and take out the Yamato. 7, that will be 7-8. So I can counter this one pretty easily with the World's Equilibrium. Vista, okay, so we can't KO this guy. We just can't get rid of this guy. He's kind of here. Does that change anything? Maybe we go with the Jupiter. Go with Jupiter plus War Curie is pretty good. These all get to swing for 7 at base. We get to apply a lot of pressure if we do that. I kind of like it. We would not be able to swing with Leader if I want to keep one Don open. And I think I do, just in case. I guess if we leave double blockers up. Let's play out this. Start with 7 from Saturn. Because we're applying decent pressure here now, you know? This is just good. This pressure is just good. Now, yeah, I think I want to War Curie and then just not attack with Leader. So we've got another 7. It's quite a lot of 2Ks he's given us, I think. Remember him giving us a couple before. Okay, use his Leader effect, that's fine. Yeah, go. I guess it's only 2 so far. Yeah, I guess only 2. Never mind. What am I yapping about? Yeah, the thing I'm scared about is if I just play the War Curie and then swing 6 and don't leave the Don open, and he goes something to rest our blocker. Although, to be fair, what in red rests blockers? The unblockable only applies to Leader? Maybe we're okay. Maybe we'll learn the error of our ways here. We'll find out soon. We'll go 6 here. Ditch the pudding. I'm going to trash one of my guys on board. Yeah, because I'd quite like to go up in cards in hand. And I don't think he's going to be playing board anyway. I'm expecting here just one of the big Whitebeard guys. And then this will be 10 and this will be like 8, maybe 9. So let's ditch Saturn. Draw Venus Juro, sure. Deploy this, pass it up. So you're expecting the Whitebeard event. Yep, plays out the big guy. Oh, he's playing Taxbeard. Okay. I expected the blocker one first. We'll go no blocker, 2k, 1k here. And we'll just block. It's fine. Cool. Well, we can actually just Stussy this. I have been interested to try the Stussy tech immediately to just destroy this. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really get us very far. I think the Stussy's better next turn. And yeah, I think I want to get the 10 cost cooking. So let's just go with it. Do I want to attack with either of these? Not really, so we'll just kill one. We'll just destroy Jupiter. Rebecca, sure. Rest this. Play out the gang. Do this. I think I'll trash one of the Stussies. I don't think we're going to want two. Summon the squad back. That's all of them, right? Yeah. We'll do this first. What do I want to take? Probably just the event. Yeah, I think just the event. Max out on our events here. I don't want to do that. 14 in trash. We're not close to this. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. So this is at 7. Let's make it 8 to 6. Because I do quite want to get rid of this Vista if I can. He can negate the KO in battle once per turn for just one card, which is a little annoying. It looks like he's going to negate it now. Am I happy to go 10? I think I am happy to go 10. I really want this Vista gone. Oh, no, that's 9. Never mind. I guess he let it go regardless. Then let's pass it up. Yeah, so we've got our 2 blockers now. He's not going to be able to do any damage this turn. Definitely not. Went with a new game. I thought he played a... I saw a red rock in the trash and I was like, huh? Please don't tell me he played that red rock. But he didn't, thank goodness. He didn't play the red rock. This is getting blocked by Mars. Do we want to... I think we just want to event out of this one. I honestly don't hate Stussying this turn. Just get rid of the new gate. We'll try and work out what we think is best. Where's Walkery? Here you are. It's your turn to die, sir. So if we Stussy, we get rid of the blocker, which is obviously very good. But we don't really have many blockers of our own. If we go with another 10 cost, I mean, we just get all the pressure and we get the blockers back again. It's got to be the 10. The 10 cost just broken, man. It's so broken. Let's go 7 here, minus this, I guess. Doesn't really matter. We've got the 2k. So if we go 8, 8, 8, 8, 6 with lead, that's a lot of dons. We can't afford to do all of those, so let's just go with another 7 first. It's going to take the 7. Okay. Are we ever going to get to... We're not going to get to 19 in trash, no, but we can destroy one of these just to draw a card now. Another Walkery, sure. If we go 8, 8, 6, 4 for the thing, 8 again, we can still leave 2 up. It's pretty cracked. Yeah, let's start pinging 8s now. Probably block one of these eventually. But this guy actually goes down to 8 after we resummon, so he should probably block either this one or the next one, honestly. In fact, I might go with the 7 next to deny him the value. Okay, takes to 0. That's a little scary for him. Let's just go 6. He's got to counter this one. He's still got the leader effect. He's still got the leader effect as well. Go 8 again. Ditches the Iron White bit event. I think he should have blocked this one. Should have blocked this one. We'll rest this, play out the 5 Elders, use the 5 Elders, trashing, Stussy again. Yeah, I think she's just kind of not come up this game. I can see what the potential is, but yeah, I'm just not seeing it this game. We might need one more of these. He kind of has to go for game. I mean, we have 2 blockers, so he's not going to be able to get there. Let's just take the 5 Elders. Return the rest of those. I'm not going to do that. And then put 1 on here. Attack here. Minus this down to 8. So even if he blocks, he's still going to give us a card. Yeah, it gives us a go up there. And then we'll pass it up. 2 open. We only have 1 event. We've still got 2 lives. There could be more events in there. Goes with the Roger. Okay, I guess we do have to counter all of these now. We can't block. I did somewhat forget about Roger. But that's just fine. We only have to counter a 6 and a 12. We'll counter the 6 here. 12. Well, there's no point doing anything with this one. We may as well take. That's useless. 12. So we go to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's no danger, so we'll just take this one anyway. No blocker. Never existed. Go to 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Not even close. Can't lie, I did forget about him a bit. I guess that's why he was so eager to take down to 0. But yeah, it just didn't really matter. I should have took the event though. If I was thinking about the Roger, probably should have took the event. But I mean, honestly, it wasn't even close, right? Just so much counter at the end of the game. So much counter. It's great. Going first into Bonney. Let's take the empty throne. I don't believe they have good ways to rest our blockers, in all honesty. This hand's fine, but again, no searches. I do really like just mulliganing for searches so far. I've been enjoying that a lot. Definitely going to want Saturn. Definitely don't want stage. Let's take the Saturn. This could be good. I think I'll ditch... I don't know here, actually. Well, I like all of these. We've already ditched one of these, though. Let's ditch Ethan Baron. And then we'll destroy Shalria. Okay, second Mars. If I'd known that, I would have definitely ditched first Mars, but you're not to know. It is what it is. Probably not going to see much on 2. Maybe the Vegapunk searcher. Is it Vegapunk? No, it's Lilith is the new searcher. Well, let's ditch one of these Marses now. We get a searcher. You love to see it. You love to see it. Valkyrie or Saturn. I mean, we're seeing it regardless. So 5 is definitely Saturn. 7 is probably Mars. 9 could be Jupiter plus Valkyrie. I don't hate that. We still don't have the Gorosei, though. So maybe it's safer to take Saturn, dig us towards the Gorosei. So if we don't see that on our Tendon turn, that will be not ideal. Looks like he's got some kind of trigger. We shouldn't be surprised. It's Bonney. Sure, he gets to play out that for free. That's kind of nice, actually. That is kind of nice. Good trigger there on the Robin. Cost him 2 cards, but he's going to get some back with this. Sure. Can take his own life to power things up, I guess, if he wants. 5. We want to counter at least one of these. And we're definitely not countering this. So, let's give him a 1k there with the Saturn. 8 to 5, absolutely. No trigger there. Now the Mars. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Ditches a Boa. If I go 7 to this Bonney, what's the odds it dies? Probably quite high. Probably quite high. If we go 6, we can keep 1 up for never existed. I think 6 is honestly fairly likely to go through, and we don't want to get like random banished out of nowhere. So I'm going to go 6 to the Bonney. Does go down. You'll have to see it. We'll play out Saturn. This is the only one we don't have. As much as I'd love to grab a Valkyrie for potentially even next turn, the Valkyrie would be great. We don't have a second guy to drop on 7. I mean, I guess we can drop Barto. He's here. I think we should really take the 10 cost. I don't want to whiff it. You know, whiffing the 10 cost is just... It's not good, obviously. Obviously not good. Robin's going to trash our life. That's a little unfortunate. That is a little unfortunate. He's had some pretty good aggression this game. He's going to take his own life, buff this up very large. Okay. So this is at 10. Yeah, I'm not countering that. We're in a tough spot here, though. Mars doesn't kill anything. Yeah. Just ignoring board as well. Do we want to kill... I think we do want to get rid of the Totama. Let's just get rid of Saturn. Venus Shiro, not really what I was looking for. I think we need to play the blocker. It is a real shame we don't have much else going on, though. Let's go 5 lead. Yeah, I think we Mars and Barto here. Well, not going to trash anything because it's a 6 cost. Then we're going to Barto. But yeah, still 2 turns before we can 10 cost. This is a tricky spot. He might actually get us this game. The trigger playing out the Bonney on his 2-don turn was kind of insane. That was kind of insane. Stussy. Has on Hancock. Okay. So is that going to freeze our leader? Trashes the second Hancock. At least we can move this Hancock with Mars next turn. Yeah, stops our lead from attacking. Nice. And then this is a big blocker. Pretty scary. Then we've got, what, 7/7 coming in? We'll go no blocker, never existed. And then this swing 7 as well. I think we block with this one with Barto. That's fine. Another never existed. Okay. Well, we're going to do 3 for Mars to blow up this. Don't have much else. We can do 6 for Nosturo. But then we don't have any Dons for events. And if he can rest on Mars... maybe we should have took to 0. Next turn, this is going to be 9 cost Bonney, right? Just force us to take to 0 anyway. Honestly, this is kind of tough. It's kind of tough. We've got to live one more turn. Live one more turn and we're gaming. We are gaming. I think, unironically, we're just going Mars, blow this up, and then just attack twice. Well, only once, actually, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's only once. Sorry, thinking. Hard decision here, I think. I think I want to go, what's this, 9? 9 to Robin? Try and get rid of her. Or at least make him give us 2k, 1k. We'll get rid of this, draw a card. Draw into a Saturn. It's okay. Then we'll go rest 3, play out Mars. What do we have in here? We have Saturn, we have Valkyrie, we have Mars. We have all of them. It doesn't matter. But then we'll ditch a Mars. Blah, blah. Pass it over. 2 open. We've got a blocker. Even if he does 9 cost Bonney, we're not going to die. And I'm very much expecting 9 cost Bonney. And then this will be 8, maybe 7 with the Stussy. Yep, very good. Bumps that to our hand. Not sure if the Stussy will attack, in all honesty. Not sure. 7. We'll go no blocker, the World's Equilibrium. Yeah, I'm not sure this attacks, you know. This definitely attacks, and this attacks Marcus Mars. Will this attack for 8? Who knows? I could see it going either way. No, it goes with a Lilith. Okay. Grabs a Frankie. This does attack. Okay, it does. We'll go no blocker. Never existed. And then 10 to 5. We'll be blocking. Resolve. Now, let's see if we can survive. Oh, we dropped up there. The second 5 Elders is lovely there. We're definitely going to want to attack into this Stussy with both the Nostro and the leader. The leader is going to lose its buff. Let's just do this anyway. We'll play out the 10 Elders, the 5 Elders. Use the effect. We're going to need the second one. We'll trash. Saturn. Resummon. The 5 Elders. Here they are. The gang's all here. What have we not got? We've not got a Valkyrie. How could I forget? We'll do our search. Probably looking towards the 3k event. Over anything else there. No point doing that. I don't care about Lilith that much. Now this is at 7. We want to remove Stussy if we can. So let's go 7 to 5. Yep, removes it. Cool. And then we'll... They don't have cards that rest Dons, right? I don't believe so. No, I don't believe so. They do have cards that rest the Valkyrie. They can do like Flame Split or something like that. So we need to keep... We have 2 events. Let's keep 2 Dons up. Just go 9 at lead. And then I'm going to trash Ethan Baron. To draw a card. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, we didn't get to trash one at the start of our turn just because we didn't have a board. So we had to block the one guy that we had. But I think we've stabilized. We've still got a good few events. How many have we gone through? We've gone through 3 events, 2 more in hand. So there's not many more. I believe it's just 1 more never existed on the build that I'm running at the minute. Yeah. Our opponent had, okay, 7 here. We'll go no blocker. The world's equilibrium. Going 7 again. No, it's just 10-10. Well, okay, that's pretty simple. We'll block, and then we'll block. Good stuff. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a very, very good sign. Let's start with 7 leader from St. Saturn. Does counter out with Frankie and Edison, sure. We'll go 7 again, leader. It's going to take. Looks like he's got some kind of trigger. It's a Bonney trigger. Draw 2 trash. 1 trash is a Stasi. Let's go 7 once more. Because he really should counter this one. Indeed. Then we'll use leader effect. Trashing one of these guys. There's another one. We'll rest 3. Play out the 5 elders. Use the 5 elders. Trashing, I guess just Shalria, right? Yeah. Summon the 5 elders. Which one have we not got? Jupiter. Do our search. Grab Jupiter. Honestly, I think I'm happy to actually toss this to just blow up the Lilith. We're not going to need another 5 elders. And then we'll go... Just in case, we'll go 11 to 8. Almost certainly remove this. Yep, and now he's got no boards, and this should just be game. Yeah, they don't. There's no unblockable in yellow. That's... I mean, to be fair, even if he had like a Diable Jamb for his leader that works in yellow, I mean, we've still got 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14k. This deck is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Gonna give him to Roger. I'm gonna take 2nd. We'll start with this. That's interesting UI. That it pops up with the stage first. That's pretty cool. Lets you choose. So we're going 2nd. We've got 1 searcher. We don't have any 4 costs. We do have our 10 cost. We do really want to see a 4 cost. We've got a couple of cycles as well, so we can probably keep this. We get 2 draws, we get 2 cycles, we get the searcher. We're kind of should be okay. Okay, he's a nice one to grab. We'll start with this because if we draw Shalria, I'd quite like to just play her and then cycle her. We don't. I'll take Saturn. Saturn's a really nice play for next turn. And then we'll do our cycle. We'll trash Venus Duro here, I think. Probably trash Valkyrie, actually. Venus Duro might be really nice on 6, depending on what he does. Yeah. Okay, cool. If he just, like, swings big, we can potentially counter out. I'll probably just take, though. Just a 6. I'm going to counter this, because Roger's swings get big quite quickly. This is going to be either the event or the bogey, right? He's going to ramp up. Sure, it's got the event. Cool. Good stuff for our opponent there. Shalria's nice. So we'll just swing 5. So I'm going to do Shalria and Saturn. Yeah. Cool. Go with this first. I'll take definitely the 5 elders. Then we have to trash 1. I'll trash this whatever this event's called. The long named event. Then we'll destroy Saint Shalria. Get a never existed. Use this. Play out St. Saturn. So who have we got? We've got Valkyrie. We've got Mars. We've got Venus Duro. We've got Saturn. We need Jupiter. And we can play Venus Duro next turn. That's fine. So yeah, I'll take Jupiter. And then we'll pass it over. I'm sure he's just going to ramp this turn again. Won't be anything too funky. But we are going to need all of these elders. I'll take this one. Well, there's a 3rd copy. Let's reorganize that. Inuarashi, sure. Does he have a triple ramp? Oh, okay. That's pretty nice. Costs him a lot of cards, but it is still pretty nice. So yeah, we're going to go with the Venus Duo here. We can definitely afford to use this Searcher. Only can take Saturn there. That's fine. We'll attack 5 with Saturn to start. See if he wants to counter any swings this turn. Does give us a 1k there. So we're going to play this for 3. I don't think I will kill my Saturn. I don't... maybe we do. I could kill the Saturn and just play another Saturn. No, I think I like getting the pressure from the Venus Duo. And if he... because we're going to be on 8 next turn. If he doesn't clear our board, we can actually just play Jupiter next turn. Actually play double of these. It's pretty good. We don't have a good trash target here, actually, because I don't want to trash any of these. These are all really good cards. Let's trash... we'll trash Saturn. Somewhat reluctantly. Okay, we got a second Jupiter, somewhat punished. I'll swing 6 with lead. And then we'll play out the Venus Duo and swing 6 lead again. Ask him the question of, do you want to deal with board? Or do you want to apply pressure? Because if we keep the board, we can buff them all to 7. And that's pretty good. Not that. He gives a 2k there. We'll play out Venus Duo. And then attack. Do I want to hold 1 for another existed? Not really. We'll just swing. Sure. Is he going to go down to 2 cards in hand? Surely not. Surely not, ref. Takes, sure. Get him down to 3. And his effect is now offline. He's up to 7k. Very good. So this turn we're expecting probably Silver's Rayleigh, the 8-cost purple character. The rush one. 8 here. Sure. Is that what this is then? Okay, it's just Katakuri. That's interesting. Well, our Venus Duo is going to minus that down and make that basically useless. I would like to see a blocker. Let's go with the St. Chalria, see if we can draw ourselves a blocker. We cannot. I'll just take the event there. We'll hold up a few dons for events then. We've got to trash 1. I'll trash Venus Duo. We'll play out Jupiter here. But first, we'll destroy St. Chalria. Maybe we just do this. If we... no, this... I mean, we want to get rid of this anyway. We don't want this in our hand. I'll take the 2k, sure. Oh, okay. Our leader's at 6k. What a treat. What a treat. So yeah, we'll do this. Rest 3. Play out since Shepherd Jupiter. Now, this is at 7. This is at 7. Probably we can hold 2 Don open. So we'll swing 7 to 7, bring down Katakuri to 6. So Katakuri now is useless. He's just a guy. You know, it's pretty good. Give us a 2k there. We'll go 7 again. Sorry, no, that was a 1k. What did I say? Give us a 2k. Clearly gave us a 1k. I think he's pretty much forced to play board a little bit at least. But we should just swing 7 again. He clearly didn't have the counter for a 1k there. So maybe he doesn't have the counter for a 1k still. We'll have to find out. Okay, we end up getting a 2k anyway, and we get to leave 2 Don open. Man, the Jupiter. Just playing this guy out on like your 8 Don turn feels so good. It's like that pressure was crazy. He has the 10-cost rush Shanks. I've heard this is the main answer that people are playing now. Yep, we'll allow that. We'll allow him to take our characters. I guess he will deal a damage if we don't protect this Saturn. Maybe I should have protected that one hit with one of the never existeds. Because then we'd have kept our... Saturn. Sorry, we'd have kept one more card. Unless I'm happy to go to 1. Next time we are going to get double blockers. He can't really... If he rests both, I mean, we've still got 3 events. Which is kind of ridiculous. I think we can... This only buffs lead. I think we can just afford to let these hits through and not worry about it too much. Yeah. Because this is going to swing into our leader and we'll just take it now. Yeah. That's fine. Another Jupiter, sure. But now we're going to go into our Tendon turn, and our Tendon turns just get really, really silly. This is only at 6 in our turn. The Shanks debuff is pretty good. That is what I've heard. I do want to swing at least... Oh, he didn't restand. Oh, he forgot to restand. Damn. Damn. Let's go 7. That's a real shame. Because I think we just win this game now. Though, to be fair, the restand, like, if he blocks that one, then we can just start attacking it. It's really just not that good. And we'll play out this. So it is at -6. We should kill off Jupiter. Sure. Trashing Mr. Mars. Resummon the gang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do the search first. I'll take a 2k. We don't need to do this. I'm not scared of Inuarashi. How many do you want to leave up? I mean, if we want to leave... We want to swing at least 7 with both. Swing 7 here, minus this. And this is pretty much what I'd be doing anyway, because, like, if he blocks that first hit, I guess he has 1 card. So maybe I could have... compensated for his mistake by just not swinging with the first guy. But it's hard, right? I don't know. Do I want to go 8 to 6 here? Honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But if we get him to 0, that's also pretty good. Can we afford to go? We can afford to go 9 here, I think. Because we're always going to have 1 blocker. If we remove this Kata, though, our lethal next turn is much easier. Let's go 8 to 6. In the turn. We've got 2 blockers now. One of them draws us a card when it goes down. So it's going to be really hard for him to do any damage at all this turn. We will have to factor in at the end of the game. He would have had 1 more Don. Sorry, 1 more card in his hand. Does rest our Walkyrie, that's fine. So this is going to be 8... and then 9, and then 12. 12 is going to have to be eaten by Mr. Mars. So we're going to have to counter both of these. So we'll go no blocker. 1 Don, the world's equilibrium cannot be maintained. And then we'll give him a 2k Shepherd Jupiter. Then this is going to be either 8 or 9. Don't know exactly whether he'd want to use the final Don or not. But regardless, we're going to keep our entire board. Nope, he's going here. Yeah, it's fine. We can just keep going forever with the 5 Elders spam, so it's no problem. Which is the blocker one? This one. Resolve. Cool. So we want to swing each of them for 7. Start with 7. Go with 7. Use a 3k event. That's not a good sign. In fact, this is just a math win here, isn't it? If we go 9, I guess we'd have to go and... It just doesn't matter. it just doesn't matter, right? Yeah, sure, there's your math win. Well played to the Roger player. He was 1 card short if he had stood up the Katakuri. But honestly, that really didn't matter, actually, thinking about it. The fact that... Like, I guess if he didn't block at all with the Katakuri, he'd have 1 more guy. But we had so much counter that didn't matter. That felt like just a win regardless. I don't think him forgetting to restand actually mattered. But hey, either way, well played for our opponent. Let's move on. So thank you for watching. Let me know. What do you think of this deck? I think it's quite good. This seems, at the moment at least, to be warping the entire meta around it. The other decks that are doing well in Japan are Roger, playing the 10 cost Shanks, like the build I showed off in the Roger game. And again, if that guy had like the extra 1k from reselling the Kata, I don't think it matters, in all honesty. But that's been doing quite well. Red Blue Ace with the big 10 beard build that I showed off in the Ace game, that's been doing quite well. Both of those decks have a shot at beating Imu, and there are other decks as well that people are cooking up, but it's still early days. So I'm hopeful that the Japanese players and the rest of the East can cook up a deck that reliably beats this, because at the moment it feels like nothing does, and this feels like one of the most gatekeepy decks I think I've ever seen. It's a lot of fun to play though, so get your games in. We'll see if this leader makes it to the West. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.